I noticed something, that as I started making those prayers, God started directing my heart to the precise prayer points for my own husband. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been like forever. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to all my OGs. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you, and God bless you. If this is your first time of coming across this my fine face, please don't go anywhere. Do it to subscribe, like, comment as well. I'd like to see what you think in the comment section. Thank you. So today's video will be very quick and snappy. I just want to drop a message for all my single sisters, and of course brothers as well can always learn from this, because I don't think that what I'm talking about today is just for the sisters. So yes, keep watching. All right, so let's go straight into the video. So yeah, for being a single person, there's this so being single is easy but not easy, because you're in that waiting season, and there's something about waiting. Waiting is a time that you have to implement patience. So when you're waiting for something, there's the tendency that you will get anxious because you are waiting. I don't know if you understand. So for instance, if somebody tell you, oh, by 9 o'clock be at GRA and wait for something, you will be there waiting, but you are also anxious to receive what you have been promised. So yes, in as much as waiting is good, waiting can be very tough. Yeah, waiting can be very tough. So I just want to share some things that I am doing. Somebody will say, what is happening, cheesy? All right, so I want to share some things that I have been doing in my waiting season. And I think one of the points that I want to make is that as a lady or a guy that is waiting, make sure that you build yourself. Make sure that you build yourself. Make sure that you build yourself. When you are waiting for something to happen to you, make sure you build yourself to the height or the capacity of what you're waiting for. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So for instance, what I'm talking about is in respect to marriage. So if you are a lady and you're waiting for, you have your ideal type of man, and you're waiting for that man to show up, you have to build yourself to meet up to the standard of that man, in a way that when that man sees you, he will recognize you. When he sees you, he will accept you. I got to understand something about the will of God. The will of God can be sweet. The will of God comes and it's something that you can accept. At the same time, the will of God will also be something that you did not really want. But God will put it in a way that you would accept it, but there will be that little thing of, well, this is not everything I wanted, but Lord, thank you, Sha, you tried for me. You understand? Okay, as long as you want the will of God. Okay, so yeah, let me go back to what I was saying. Okay, so you have to make sure that when God leads the person that you have been praying for to you, you're somebody that person can accept. You have to make sure that when God lays it on that person's heart, you both physical looks, both spiritual knowledge, all around, you should be somebody that person can easily accept. It's not somebody that person has to struggle with to accept. As long as those things are in your jurisdictions to amend or to work on, please work on it. Look good as a lady, smell nice, be social and all those kind of things. And as a guy, also look good. Be a gentleman. Be a gentleman. Okay, let me just leave that. I don't want that one will be maybe some other time. I will talk about some experiences I've had with Christian brothers, but then that's fine. Okay, so what are the things? Another thing I did. So aside from building myself as a single lady, I knew that somehow they've always been this. I knew I wanted to get married, so I had to start working on myself. The first thing I did was to arm myself with a business, with a skill. by the grace of God. So everything I'm saying, please, it was not by my own strength or by my own power. Everything happened by the grace of God. So don't think that you can achieve anything of your own strength. God is the person that will help you. Okay, so I had to arm myself with a skill, because I knew that I did not want to enter my husband's house skillless. I wanted to have a skill. So early my year one, I started pursuing the skill I wanted, and then of course I was also in school, but then I also started building myself in other areas. I started learning things about marriage. I started learning things about womanhood, about being a mother, about being a wife. It's not too early. It's not too early. It can never be too early to learn these things, I tell you, because it has helped me. It can never be too early. Get all the knowledge you need to get. And the funny thing about this marriage, wife, mother, you can never stop learning. Learning never expires. So right now that you are young, start learning. Arm yourself. Start learning. Me like this. I ask a lot of questions. I have a lot of married women around me. I have a lot of mother figures around me. I ask them a lot of questions. I always want to know what's up, what's happening. But at the same time, I have the Spirit of God in me that teaches me and gives me and I have the spirit of discernment to discern the things I should take in and the things I should not take in. The things that project fear. The things that project fear and the things that should stay in me. Okay, so that's another point. So learn wide as much as you can learn. Arm yourself with knowledge. And then the obonge of them all. You know the kind of man you want. You know the kind of marriage you want. You know the kind of children and home you want to build. You have to start now and start praying about it. Even for our brothers, you know the kind of wife that you want. You have to start now and start praying about it. I noticed something with myself. When I intentionally started praying about my husband, God started giving me direct and precise prayer points. So when God sees your heart and how serious you are on the matter, God will enable you. God will start helping you. So I noticed that first of all, what I did was I gave my future husband, a name that I will be calling him in prayers. So I will not just be saying, oh, my future husband, oh, my future husband. No. I gave him a name. I will not tell you. So I gave him a name that I will call him while I pray for him. And after that, I got a book. I went online. I watched some videos about women talking about how they pray for their husbands. Of course, we know the very wonderful Pastor Muriel Okonkwo. I listened to her video about how she started praying for her husband and some of her prayer points. So what I did was I took up her prayer points. I started from there. God saw my heart. I started making those prayers as well. I noticed something, that as I started making those prayers, God started directing my heart to the precise prayer points for my own husband. Because the prayers you will pray, for instance, if I come and share my prayer point with you, it's good, you can pray it. But the person you're getting married to is unique and different for you. So some of the prayers you will make, some of my own prayers may not be applicable to your own prayers. But I did not get them the very first time I started praying for my husband. It was in my place of consistently praying for him. That was when God started to reveal to me the things that was going on in his life. Sometimes it will come as scriptures. Sometimes it will come as a knowing. So that way, I started to, that was how I now had my list of prayer points for my own future husband. So that was how I got my prayer points. So I would like to encourage you, listening to me, start praying. Start praying. You will, oh my God, pray. Pray for that man, pray for that woman. It works. It works 100 times, 100 million. I don't know what to say, but it works. You have to start praying. Engage it in prayers. I notice, and God wants to see that you are engaged in this. When you get engaged in this, God will take it up from there. I noticed that when I became very consistent in praying for my husband, now I would pray to the point where I would begin to shed tears. It's like I don't know how to explain it, but this is a mystery. It's a mystery. Women, men, start praying for your future partner, because this person has weaknesses. This person is going through a lot. This person has challenges. I started making intentional prayers for my husband to be my future husband. I started making intentional prayers for him, and I can see the results. In fact, there was a particular season in my life where it was like I woke up. It was like for 1 week, God was waking me up. The Spirit of God waking me up by 4 a.m. in the morning, and I would stay. And I knew that my husband was going through a lot. I knew that maybe that was a tough season in his life. And because I have already registered myself in the realm of the spirits, when God was looking for an intercessor for him, God saw me. He was waking me up to intercede for him, because I have registered myself in the realm of the spirits. So you there, as a lady, as a man, have you registered yourself? Start praying for your future husband. God will waking me up by 4 a.m. every morning. I will intentionally pray for my future husband. I will pray and pray and pray so much. I knew that it was a battle, and I just thank God that I went through that period. After that particular period, I felt the ease and the peace, and I felt the note of victory. So I've not even met my husband, but I started fighting for him, interceding for him. So that is what we are. So talk more when we are married. By the grace of God, we'll continue interceding for our husbands. So this video is quite short and straightforward. I just wanted to encourage you out there. You're a young lady, you're a young man waiting for the will of God for your life. Stay in the place of prayer. Stay in the place of prayer. Continually pray for that man, pray for that woman. Encourage them in the Lord. Now in the spirit. I tell you, your prayers going far. That you don't. In fact, I don't want to talk too much on this matter. But please, I hope you're encouraged by this video. I hope you're encouraged. Don't look for another person's prayer manual to pray for your husband. Allow the Spirit of God to direct you on the specific prayer points to pray for that man. Don't look for another person's prayer manual to pray for your wife. Allow the Spirit of God to direct you on the prayers to make for that person. That person has, their challenges are unique, their weaknesses are unique, everything about them is unique. So you cannot make my prayer points for your husband. It is in the place of praying for them consistently that God will begin to reveal to you what this person is going through and how you should pray for this person. So this is a call to all women, to men as well. Let us stay in the place of prayer for our future husbands, our children as well. Thank you for watching. I hope this blessed you. I know it was quite short, but I hope you learned something. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video by the grace of God. I hope it doesn't take ages. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do well to subscribe. It would encourage me that you're waiting for something to come up. Thank you so much. God bless you, and see you in my next video. Bye.